From being an engineer to spinning like a bloody drill, and a much better ability than last episode, that's for sure. Hello, Magi here, and welcome back to another episode of Interesting Touhou Facts, the series where I talk about facts from Touhou that I find either fun, unusual, or simply interesting. So without further ado, let's begin the Interesting Touhou Facts number 29. Number 5. Speaking of engineer, I want to talk about Nidori. Being one, she's very interested in products made by humans in the outside world. I wouldn't blame her since our shit is really advanced compared to what's offered in Gensokyo. She takes such products apart and puts them back together to understand them. Probably the best approach in handling stuff from the outside world, I think anyway. However, she has trouble creating magical tools of any sort. While Nidori is awesome with her tinkering, don't expect her to be making you another mini Hakuro or sorts like Rinosuke did. She is fond of selling her inventions and other things such as fish, as her story in Hopeless details her attempts at running a stand before getting sucked into the battle. Given her job, it might make sense why she had a bloody grenade launcher for her last spell card. Maybe Snake dropped it during his final smash and Nidori examined that bad boy and made another one. That's just my thought though. Number 4. If you guys didn't know, Hina, our supposed goddess, as explained in my last video, loves to spin. I mean, really loves to spin. It's to a point where I think she's got Beyblades pumping in her veins. Given her love of spinning, it's no surprise that in Grimoire of Marissa, it's stated to be her specialty. Not only that, but you'll see her spinning once more in double spoiler. I swear, one day I want to see a spinning battle between Eek and Hina. I can't even imagine what the results would be like. Number 3. So in Forbidden Squirrelery, Kozuzu is reading a book as usual when she reads up another interesting book. Apparently the subject matter was about the fall of the Berlin Wall, and Kozuzu comments, I guess it was pretty poorly constructed. While I'm sure Kozuzu doesn't know the history behind it, I do find it funny how she says it. Not only that, but in the same chapter while reading, Kozuzu stumbles upon a book talking about the fall of the Soviet Union. Kozuzu says, more collapsing. The outside world sure has a lot of construction defects. Her comments kill me there, I gotta admit. I love to visit Kozuzu's shop as she's got some really interesting books from all sorts of ages. From Ebola to the fall of the Soviet Union. Who knows what other books she may have. Number 2. Let's switch to another print work. Wild and Horned Hermit. So in chapter 23, Reimu encounters someone which we later learned was the voice of a pair of Dozojin. Right. Anyway, the voice tells Reimu that the rain that was happening at the time was gonna end at night and that a baby was gonna be born in the village. And true to its word, it happens. The best part is Reimu's response. Let me read it to you. Wow, so gods really do exist. Reimu, if I recalled correctly, you're a shrine maiden last I checked. I could have bloody sworn that your job was to communicate with said gods. I mean, what in the actual fuck? The only reason I could think of Reimu saying that is because she doesn't even know the name of the gods she's supposed to be serving. And even then, you've bloody met plenty of gods during your lifetime, like Sawako and Kanako to name a few. I swear that page alone annoyed me to no end there. It's like Reimu took a lesson from Yukari, Tei, and Seija on how to troll someone. She definitely succeeded in that, that's for sure. Number 1. So you guys remember the last episode on how I talked about Shizuha's ability and how bloody disappointed I was with it? Well, we're going to be talking about her younger sister, Minoriko, and her ability. This time though, it's going to be an actual ability and not something as trolling as kicking trees to make leaves fall. Her ability is controlling abundant harvest. Given its name, she can control the autumn harvest. Thus, she can either bring about a plentiful harvest or destroy crops altogether. I'd go with the not destroying crops, as that could really fuck up your faith. Apparently, she works hard to cultivate the crops one at a time, and this power is limited to just plants that bear in the autumn. While it does have its limit, it's a million times better than painting the bloody leaves, that's for sure. She's called to the human village as a special guest at the harvest festival every year. If she's not called for before the harvest, she's not able to guarantee an abundant harvest. But that's not her problem, and she would not point it out. From the view of the residents of Gensokyo, The ability to make crops have an abundant harvest is like a godlike power, and looking at how she is called to the harvest festival every year, it can be considered that among gods, she is considerably close and intimate to humans. If the humans are calling for you every year, then you must be doing something right. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Which facts were your favorite? Would you like to see Hina and Eek in a spinning battle? Were you disappointed at Raimi when she made that remark about gods giving her a bloody job? Or do you believe Minuriko's ability is a billion times better than her sister's? Either way, this is Magi and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode.